It is just after 9:33 p.m. Hex time. Home of the Kyber Cosmic League. Tonight, from the basement studio up in Minneapolis, Minnesota. 1 hour earlier than that. Undefeated action. A couple of players who just go by two-letter initials. AJ, a player from out of the local area right here, versus JF. That is Jean-Francois Gaudreau. You may recognize him from his top 4 finish in the Jank Tank Open. Let's take a look at the table. Gonna be double defenders against some beefy Republic beef in this one. All gas clouds. JF took first player. Put one of those gas clouds right into a corner. Big open space in the middle of the board for this one. These players are just about ready to get started. Welcome in. It's Rookie 1. And we're setting dials. We're ready to go. While they're getting those dials set up, let's hit the button to bring in our expert commentator. And that should do it. And we should be now welcoming in our Lima Open and Lord of Loquaciousness, Mr. Andy Myers. I can hear you there. How are you doing tonight? You ready for this undefeated Kyber Cosmic battle?
Hello there. Yes, I'm very excited to be here. Thank you so much, Rookie One, for asking me back. This is going to be a very fun, interesting game to commentate. A couple lists that feel like you and I haven't talked about yet. Like these are two very unique archetypes that I'm excited to see. I completely understand why these are undefeated lists. Like, these are some very powerful lists. It's just kind of depends on your play style. Dan, which of these lists would be the one that you would take to a tournament?
I would have to take the beef. I just do not have the reps with the defenders, and you know what's interesting about it is I'm not sure how the beef is gonna fare in this match against these. But likewise, there's heavy fire if one of these defenders gets caught that could be coming its way as well. And it is only 2 ships going against a total of 37 health. So I'm gonna say I would take the beef and try my best, especially not to let Warthog get separated from the rest of my team. I feel like when Warthog goes wrong is where it can fall behind in that relatively slow-moving gunship and get isolated. But what about you? What would you say?
I think I would bring the beef because I actually have all these ships for like, okay, I could fly this for a 3-round tournament or a 5-round tournament or something like that, right? Like, it's like I've done those types of formation beef lists in the past, and I feel like if you have good fundamentals of X-Wing and you're comfortable flying medium base ships, it's a relatively consistent list archetype. And then you throw in something like Warthog, which just you're not going to be initiative killed, right? You're going to get to shoot regardless. which is great. And the lat, I just finally got one. They've been out of stock for so long. It has some of the best crew options, and they're all on display here. We got Ghost Company and Fives, along with Clone Commander Cody. So basically every time Warthog misses, which will probably be a lot against these defenders with their evade tokens everywhere, he gets extra stuff. he gets extra shots with Ghost Company, gets extra tokens with Fives, and gives out a strain token with Clone Commander Cody. Like, that strain will probably come into play, because then that's going to be followed up by any of these Initiative 2 104th Battalion pilots. But I think if I was going for fun, I would probably bring these defenders. It looks like a list that has a really high ceiling and a really low floor. Like, you could easily just get stomped if you make a couple mistakes in your maneuvers, or if you do advanced sensors the wrong way. I've definitely done that before. I don't know if I particularly like the advanced sensors with Vault, although I guess you can use advanced sensors with Vault's ability, so that's fine. The only thing is you can't with the defender thing. If you advance sensors, I don't think you get the evade token, right?
Oh, well, let's take a look at that card, right? So full throttle, you can perform an action after you execute the maneuver. If you do, right, you can't perform another action during activation, so it will shut that down, because full throttle is certainly during activation.
Exactly. So I mean, obviously, advanced sensors on an I-5 repositioning ship is fantastic. Like, I just last week brought advanced sensors Guri to a casual night for fun, and it's a blast. But yeah, without getting that extra defensive token, you got to make sure you're not landing in front of three dice ships with 2 arcs, or Warthog with the 2 dice out the sides or the front. So yeah, I think JF has his work cut out for him, and AJ is really going to have to call some movement bluffs here. I really like JF's positioning here. He basically said, okay, well, we set up on our sides of the board. Now I'm set up on the far side of the board, which would, I believe, for the viewers, is the top of the board. And yeah, so this is kind of a tough spot for AJ to be in. It looks like Vault is going to be on that right side of the board. So you could do a casual 1 bank with all these ships next turn, or you could 2 hard and see what is in front of you, and then 2 hard again the next turn to try and catch yellow. It's yeah, I like the outmaneuver on those defenders. That's a great choice, because especially with advanced sensors and the ability to barrel roll or boost, you're definitely going to be taking some shots outside of their arcs. But I don't know. I also would like I'd also like juke on these defenders. That's always pretty nasty when you just get the free evade if you land your action. And but outmaneuver is great because it's just 1 less die that they can possibly roll. So
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how many times that procs with these double arcs on all of AJ's ships, and he'll have the ability to cover a lot of space with that. And so JF doing the right thing, I think, separating those ships out to make sure to have the most opportunities to use that upgrade. Let me quickly talk about, and I even have visual aids for this, what you are watching. If Kyber Cosmic League doesn't mean anything to you, let me throw this up here. That is not the one. But so the Kyber Cosmic League is a structure. There we go. We're playing for 9 weeks, and as you can see, we are here at week 4. 75 minutes, extended format. The lists are open and hidden, right? So these players can keep these lists as much as they would want to keep playing them, or they can change them every week. I don't know what they've played each of the first 3 weeks, and you only find out what your opponent is playing right at the time of the match itself. So this is a pod-based format in particular. We had 200 players. We grouped them into 50 pods of 4. You play 3 games, right? Play everybody else in your pod. Organized by time zone, just for convenience setting up the matches. And then at the end of the 3 weeks, you give out 50 prizes. Each of the winners of the pods wins a prize. And then you resort into new pods, which is what we've just done. So this is the first week of play in the second pod, which for these players, both the records are 3-0, undefeated. Every player in this pod was undefeated in the first 3 weeks. So the more winning you do, the harder your pods get. And let's go back because we have a engagement. So let's take a look at that.
Yep, so this will be yellow, which is, that's Vault. For some reason his dials are on the wrong ship cards. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, so yellow is Vault. Got 2 hits. Pretty good when you only have an evade token. And there's the 2 evades. So yellow evading that. So now do you take the shot at yellow again? Yep. Could have taken the shot at green. Doesn't have a focus token either. So, oh baby, hit, crit. And 2 evades. Okay, so 1 shield off of yellow. That's some good luck for AJ there. And now we'll see if he can capitalize. So he's got 2 shots at possible at red, and probably not a shot from the red arc. Maybe catches Vault, and no shot from Warthog. So we'll see who he chooses to go after. Looks like Vault does not have a focus token. Rexler does have a focus token. But you probably only get 1 shot.
A little bit more, 98 versus 94.
Yeah.
I think I would choose Vault here. Oh, I didn't see.
Yeah, without that focus token. Ooh, 3 hits. Seems good. All right. And 3 hits. Okay.
Plenty of evades.
So if the dice keep being hot, I think that favors the defenders, because like if you can't put any damage through, you're not going to get any points. Whereas the defender, oh my goodness, 1 eye, but has that evade. But these arcs are going to get burned down quickly if the defenders are rolling some hot reds. So okay, so no bonus for anybody with Warthog, because Warthog was not quite in the fight. He's got the arcs pointed to the sides, and depending on what his maneuver path is, might want to rotate this next turn, like a 1 bank rotate to the front. Because if you keep going forward, you're going to hit that gas cloud in a couple turns. But yeah, getting back to the Kyber League format, as Mass TMT said in the chat, it's a nice tournament. I do like the format that you guys thought up, being able to change your lists at will. Excellent decision for a 9-week tournament, right? Like I could see, changing up your lists every time you did a new pod, right? Like this is your list for the pod, but if you can change it every week, then it really keeps your opponents guessing, and nobody's practicing for their matchup necessarily. So I do like that it makes it a pretty even competition for all the players. Now, if I was AJ, I don't think I would have gone 3-0 in the first pot. That seems like you're asking for some trouble later in the tournament. But yeah, congratulations to both of these players for being here.
Yeah, they've already both won prizes, and it's interesting.
Yeah,
the thing is with 200 players, you almost, if you're interested in that grand prize, of the Kaga 2 templates, you will you almost had to be 3-0 in the first week, just because with so many players, the odds are decent. I probably would say like 30-40% odds that every player in the top pod's going to be 6-0 at the end of the next 3 weeks. So submarining is not necessarily the play. 1 5-1 record maybe going to make it in, but the 6-0 is the best way to go. Anyway, and you can see the number of prizes even in week 9. Those players that are going in those pod, the 0-6 pod winner wins a prize the same as the 6-0 pod. So very good concept. It's a reason to stay in all 9 weeks, and your competition rolls with you as you go along. We see some more maneuvering has occurred here. We've got yellow that did a K-turn. Green did that left bank to relieve the stress. And now we're all caught up here. Barrel roll.
Yeah, interesting roll choice, but maybe attempting to block red. It's got a nice box going here if red decided to do a 3 bank coming in. Of course, you can always just advance sensors something else. But it really does make it challenging for JF when you've got all these arcs with their multiple arcs.
No pun intended, right?
It was a terrible. Yeah, I was like, even as I was thinking about saying, I was like, well, I can't really say anything else. They're arc 170s. So let's see. This is where I would take way too long and apologize profusely to my opponent about advanced sensors. Or just dive right in. Say, whatever, I'll take 4 shots, no problem. Maybe 5 shots with Ghost Company. All right, so there's the 3 bank. Didn't bump. JF knows his pixels here. So you could boost through this so that you're out of green's arc. Because you're probably going in on red. Yep, there it is. So just going to rely on those evade tokens. I don't know if red got out of, if who was that? Rexler got out of the arc. He did. Yep. So this will be an outmaneuvered shot. See if those hot reds continue.
We're gonna have
no green dice.
4v0.
Just one though. Yep. And 2 hits. See what red rolls here. Alright, so shields down on the red Arc 170. That's fine, that's what they're there for. Now they're just gonna slam into yellow here.
That's for sure.
Gotta start with Wolfpack. You're gonna take that
Warthog.
Probably. Oh, Warthog, sorry. Yep, thinking about Ghost Company, you will probably be able to shoot both. Just depends on which one you want to shoot first. 2 hits. 4 dice, so it's through the gas cloud. It gets the gas cloud evade. So no damage. And now the Ghost Company. Oh. No. I guess he was shooting red first.
Correct.
Oh, oh, now he's
shot
pointing red at. Okay. Oh yes, he was shooting red first. So now and the strain token goes on to red.
Mm-hmm.
Now we go to yellow. One hit. It's evaded. Which means that Vault should also get a strain token. Yep, there it is. So now you got to take that shot with red, perhaps? Range 1 into Vault, so that you make use of that strain token. At least that's what I would do, and maybe I'm wrong. But he's starting with red, and looks like that's what's going to happen. So 2 dice, range 1, 4 dice, still has the focus. Oh, that's a good shot.
And
That's
there's
at least
fire,
one shield.
fire convergence is here
Oh,
too, right?
fire convergence.
Yeah, here it comes.
Absolutely.
Oh.
Yep. Well, we've all been there with target locks. And gets the 2 of 8. So 1 shield onto Mr. Vault Scarus.
All right, and it'll relieve the strain.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have to spend any tokens either.
Yeah, so it's unlikely to do any damage here. And we'll see. Yeah, so now yellow will have a range 1 unmodded shot. You might take that shot at... Oh no, Rexler's range 2, so you're only getting 3 dice versus 2 instead of 4 versus 3.
Rexler, though, is out of tokens,
Rexler
right?
just has an evade. He should have an evade token, right? Oh no, he spent it on the Warthog shot. So yeah, take that shot.
Yep, going into Rexler. He spent the second. He spent that fire convergence though.
Yeah.
Ooh, all blanks.
Gets one anyways. Okay. So shields down on the red Arc 170, and 1 shield off of yellow from the first round, and you did 1 damage to each of JF's defenders. I think the defenders are fine with that because yellow really could have taken... Vault really could have taken some damage here.
I think so.
4 shots coming into him. But
I think Rexler may have rolled too many there, right? He rolled 3 and was strained. Looks like they're gonna let it lie. He rolled 3 dice and got nothing while strained.
Right.
I guess since he got all blanks there.
Yeah, that's when they're
playing on.
You don't say anything.
Yeah, right.
and then everyone gets tournament point penalties, right?
Yeah, that's right. I saw him hovering over the strain token after. I wondered if we were gonna see dice come out again. Looks like they are. Playing on. I wouldn't have shot Rexler in the hope that he tries to make the wrong blue maneuver to relieve the strain. Yeah, that's an interesting idea. And it also keeps the focus onto Vault there. I suppose the tokens were enough to scare that shot away, though.
Yeah, looking at the defender's dial. Oh, I don't have it. It's definitely got that white 4K, which wouldn't be a terrible option right now because you've got your lanes open, but.
Yeah, the blues are pretty limited, right? It's the 2, 3, 4, 5 straight, and the 1 banks are the only blues.
Thank you. Yeah, so that strain probably would have stayed, but again, he would have had multiple tokens the next turn. Like that 4K seems fine right now with red because really what you want to do is focus in on the red Arc 170, unless you can both start whittling down on Warthog. And Warthog has got to take the long way around these clouds. So you can't really let red get too far away, or else you don't get the Warthog bonus of range 0 to 2 getting to shoot after you're destroyed. But I could see the red Arc 170 doing a K turn here, just to get back into formation.
Another
The
bump.
3 dice gun. Yep, there's that 4K. Did not hit the cloud. This is like a first edition knife fight where everybody's just going to 4K. The problem is that defenders do it better because it's white, right?
They do it better for sure.
Okay, so we see a rotate behind just to catch that 4K. I like that.
He's got the option to link it to a focus. Doesn't look like he's going to.
I don't think you need to because you've got 2 focus tokens on 5s.
Yeah.
Gets the evade, just going to token up, and same thing. All right. If it ain't broke, Dan, don't fix it.
And green is double outmaneuvered here with no tokens.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Because red's going to get the range bonus. And you don't even have red with Volt there, so... Or excuse me, with Rexer.
Went into yellow.
Okay. Well, it's 1 green die either way, so... decides to spend the focus, playing aggressive. I like it. And yellow is probably going to take the damage, right?
Thinking about it. Hovering over it.
Just 1 shield. You want to be able to pop one of these.
Spends it.
Okay. Oh, it's range 2, so it probably wouldn't have been range 1 anyways. Tough to say.
I think he wasn't sure Volt had the arc on green. Yeah, I think that's right. It looked like I don't know. Yeah, that could be. All right, here's the next shot into yellow anyway.
Ooh.
All paint.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Just gonna keep it there. 2 shields. The crit would have been nice, but you don't want to just give up that focus token when you're taking 3 shots here. So, all right. So here comes the focus token from 5s. Gonna take the. What do you shoot first? 2 dice. I mean, it's likely both of these shots miss. So
right.
Don't think too hard about it. Oh, no heroic there. All right. Oh, but that's too bad because you.
Yeah, it wasn't evaded with trigger, a dice. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Right. That's rough. He's hovering over the cards. Oh, yeah. Maybe, but maybe. Nope.
Nope. Maybe not.
Luck there. Yeah. The one roll that you didn't want to see. Now the shot at red. Oh, that's a better shot. Good. Then the evade token.
There's the miss.
Which will trigger a strain token. It should, yep, there's it. Of course, that's the one in the back.
Now, are we going to get split fire again? Is that going to...
Well, that's
supposed to see what you'll see what this shot does first. I like it.
Yeah, you don't have Rexler with the yellow or with the red. So, all right, not bad. 2 hits, 2 evades.
I think he's gonna go into Rexler now. Let's see. Yep.
Yeah, it's 3 dice either way with that strain. Just the 1 hit though. Oh, fire convergence, Excuse me.
He remembered.
And that one spent the focus, so gets the 2 evades. Yep. So no damage, and on the Empire side, and a couple shields down on yellow. I mean, frankly, AJ's holding up pretty well on the damage race by only losing the shields so far. But yeah, he's got to start being able to pound into one of these defenders. Now, the defenders are not in a great spot because it's much more possible for AJ to be able to block these 4Ks or 3 forwards. Like Rexler might just do a 3 forward, and you can always do the advanced sensors ahead of time. But yeah, that advanced sensors with the full throttle ability, I get it. Like, you know, if you're flying I-5s and you only have 2 ships, you definitely, in a huge bid, you want to be moving less and be able to maintain that positioning ability. But
talking about upgrades, let me ask you this question: are these barrage rockets going to get fired in this match? Over under on barrage rockets. maybe one.
Well, the problem is, like, next turn it's gonna have to rotate his arc again. Like, yeah, it might be one, which is, I mean, I get AJ did the right thing of having the arcs pointed out the side, because you just take a focus and you can do your barrage rockets out the front. It really makes those lats kind of like a K-wing, right, where they have 270-degree arcs. Boost right 4K with Rexler, great option. Can't block that. Good call, Wade. Yeah. Oof. This is, I think I mentioned earlier, if it's not broke, don't fix it. But also, they did fix the broken triple defenders from first edition, so I'm glad about that. You can only fit 2 of them in. The other day we played yesterday we played in a tournament at the Battleground Cafe up in White Bear Lake, and the guy who runs the X-Wing stuff up there, Josh Ackerman, wanted to play a 201 points extended tournament, and I was like, why 201? What's the broken thing that nobody's thinking of? And do you have any? And thankfully, it's not 3 defenders. I think the generic defender is 68, so you couldn't do that. But what do you think you can fit with just that 1 extra point? That would be really obscene in this game. What do you think, Dan? Anything coming to mind?
I wonder if it's something plus Vader and a defender is the first thing I think about.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can get like Vader, 5th brother, and 7th sister.
But I gotta guess that sounds like the wrong answer though.
No, that's a good. I mean, that would be a great answer. I think the one that I was thinking of, or the 2 that I was thinking of, was 3 ghosts or 3 Rebel Millennium Falcons, or a combination of those.
Oh my gosh.
Right. Not that they would be grayless, but just, you know, so much beef running around. Okay. Well, there's the 4K right next to green and Warthog. So yellow is gonna just token up here, it looks like. Yep.
Red's gonna have to clench here. 2 range 1s. They're both going to be both outmaneuvered.
One of them is...
You got
they're both outmaneuvered, yep.
8 dice with no agency.
Well, that's one way to negate Warthog's ability, right? Just don't be an arc. Don't let him get a shot. All right, range 1, here it is. The Arc 170s have 6 hull. That's 2.
All right.
Okay.
Only 2?
Well, yeah, that's fine. You can be aggressive there. Because the primary target is probably Vault right now. Sitting in range 1 of green and Warthog. It's tough to say. Can get half on Volt pretty easily here. Yeah.
No,
I don't know. A couple shields more.
Can
would
he?
be
Can
nice.
he? Can he?
If you can get 2 shields, that'd be good. Because then, yeah, if you just once the shields are down, that's half points. But we'll see. All right, so here comes the next shot. Just a hit and a crit. So let's see what the crit is. Not direct, so you get to live. Weapons failure, though. Oh, well, okay. Now you're just running to save points, because now you're a blocker, right? That's your job, to block yellow next turn. Okay. Here comes the Warthog shot. Has the focus, so we'll be able to shoot both if he wants. Starting with the shot at Rexler. Oh, can't spend the focus or else you don't get the bonus attack. So it's another token over to 5s. Here comes a range 1 shot. Ooh,
There we go.
That's a great shot.
That's what you want. The bonus.
And you gonna
spend all the tokens? Yes.
Yep. Oh man, how many focus tokens could you fit on 5s? Like, is it limited to how many you can physically put on the card? Just stacking them up. Oh yeah, good point. Wade snaps about Rexler's ability. Should have exposed one of those damage cards. Fire Convergence. I don't think you can reroll 3, can you?
Cannot. I think they're adjusting that right now. Here it comes.
Okay. Doesn't matter.
Oh boy.
Yikes.